Modern software architecture rests on a critical assumption that sensitive memory structures are physically shielded from careless user input. This is a standard stack frame. It's the temporary workspace a program uses to execute a function. At the very top sits the saved return address. To protect it, compilers use StackGuard, which slides a randomized string of data, a stack canary, directly between the temporary buffer and the return address. This defense is designed to stop a classic buffer overflow. An attacker feeds too much data into a buffer, forcing it to spill out. Crucially, this spill is linear. The memory is written contiguously, byte by byte. The malicious data plows forward. Because it can only write sequentially, it must crush everything in its path to reach the return address. But before using that return address, the system checks the canary. If the data wave pushed through, the canary block is modified. That modification trips the wire. The program immediately crashes itself, safely shutting down before the attacker takes control. StackGuard is effective at stopping crude, sequential overruns. However, its security model relies on forcing the attacker to write data in a straight, uninterrupted line. The entire defensive calculation changes when an attacker is no longer forced to plow through memory sequentially. Imagine a surgical memory strike. Instead of flooding a buffer, the attacker teleports data directly to a specific, isolated coordinate, completely bypassing the defensive perimeter. This is known as a format string attack. Because this exploit allows for non-contiguous memory modification, the attacker never touches the buffer boundary. StackGuard is left blind to the intrusion, rendering the system defenseless. To see how this happens, look at these two lines of C code. The red line lazily passes raw user input directly to the print function. The green line safely dictates that the input should be treated strictly as text. The root cause of the vulnerability lies in how functions like printf are structured. They belong to a category called variadic functions. A variadic function accepts an indefinite number of arguments. When running, the function itself has no idea how much data is coming its way. To handle this, the compiler takes all provided arguments and stacks them in memory right before the function begins execution. Once running, printf uses a macro called var. Think of this as a mechanical readhead that moves down the stack, fetching data block by block. But the readhead doesn't move on its own. It only advances by scanning the format string for percentage signs. Every time it encounters a percentage sign, it interprets it as a command. It pops the next piece of data off the stack and formats it. The format string functions as an executable command language, dictating exactly how the program interacts with raw memory. This brings us back to the vulnerable code. Passing unsanitized user input directly into the format argument gives the user control of that command language. Consider the %x format specifier. In C, this commands the system to read a value from memory and display it as a hexadecimal number. If an attacker types multiple %x characters, printf blindly obeys. It marches the readhead past designated arguments and straight into the surrounding stack memory. The function begins popping and spitting raw data back onto the screen, exposing memory addresses supposed to remain secure. Using this read primitive, an attacker can map out the internal memory layout, locate encryption keys, or find the exact coordinates of defensive mechanisms. Leaking sensitive data is a severe breach. However, simply reading memory is not enough to take full control of a server.
To do that, the attacker needs to write. Information disclosure is the reconnaissance phase. The ultimate goal of exploitation is active memory modification. That brings us to the %n format specifier. Unlike the others, %n does not print a single character to the screen. Instead, %n calculates the total number of characters that have been printed so far in the current execution, and writes that exact integer directly into a specified memory pointer. Attackers can pad their input with width modifiers, forcing the function to print millions of blank spaces. This artificially inflates the character count, allowing them to generate and write any specific integer value they want. This memory match shows the ideal target for that injected integer, the global offset table, or GOT. It lives far from the stack and stores pointers for critical system functions. The attacker uses %n to send their crafted integer flying over standard memory structures, landing directly inside a specific GOT slot. This targeted pointer write completely bypasses the stack buffer. The canary is never touched, and the tripwire never fires. The result is devastating. a legitimate system function is silently overwritten. The next time the program calls that function, it follows the attacker's pointer straight to their malware. In the real world, this often happens when programs take their execution name, stored in argv0, and pass it directly to a logging function. A prominent example of this occurred in the Linux sudo command. A flaw in how the program logged its own name allowed attackers to craft a malicious format string and gain root access. The %n specifier weaponizes minor logging oversights into massive remote code execution events that evade standard stack defenses. Format string bugs operate on an entirely different plane than traditional buffer overflows. They provide arbitrary read and write primitives rather than linear spills. Academic consensus makes it clear that traditional stack defenses are structurally incapable of stopping this specific threat. As the research notes, format string vulnerabilities ensure that only the target memory is modified, no other memory is affected. Even non-executable stack protections fail here. Attackers bypass these measures by hijacking control flow through existing system pointers rather than executing new data on the stack. Relying on StackGuard as a catch-all memory defense creates a dangerous false sense of security for developers facing pointer-based exploits. To protect the system's function pointers, we have to look past the stack and secure the tables themselves. This requires an architectural fix known as full rel row or relocation read-only. Full rel row mitigates the attack by waiting for the program to finish dynamic linking at startup and then aggressively locks down the global offset table. Once active, the entire table becomes strictly read-only. An incoming %n write command simply bounces off, neutralizing the target. We can also stop the exploit closer to its origin using a compiler-level defense known as Fortify source. By compiling software with the Fortify source flag, developers change the way the system is allowed to parse format strings. This flag enforces a strict rule. It explicitly bans any format string stored in writable memory from ever using the %n specifier. It kills the arbitrary write primitive at the source, disarming the attacker before the execution even begins. Mitigations are essential, but the true fix is proper code hygiene. The immutable rule of secure C programming is simple. Never pass unsanitized user input as the format argument to a variadic function.